Hi, I'm Joy Anderson with Preschool System, here for some real talk. Let's talk Eat the Frog. What the heck does that mean? That is actually a phrase that comes from the book Eat the Frog. And the principle is this, is that at the beginning of every day, choose the one task that you know you need to do, that you are not excited to do, and do it. That's right. Eat the frog, the thing you dislike the most, the thing you are saying, oh man, I just wish I could procrastinate on that, and you have probably been procrastinating it. It might be a small task that just seems overwhelming in your mind because you've attached so much emotion to it, or a storyline, or things that you've been pondering on for a really long time. It could be that, or it could just be a really large task that requires a lot more of your brain power to be able to get through it, and you can't do it while you're multitasking. I know a lot of my tasks that are Eat the Frog tasks are like that. They're the ones that I cannot do while I multitask. They're the ones that really, truly require me to be able to sit down, find the files on my computer. Where are those? Do I still even have them? And be able to work through those things. Or it's something like putting together a website, or calling that person on the phone that I know I need to. It's those little things that I put into this huge category. I'm going to give you some examples of when I've had to eat the frog, and I put so much, I gave this task so much weight that it didn't need to have, that I procrastinated for so long. Let me give you some examples. Number one, I needed to recreate the product for our Preschool in a Box. And to do that, it required me to find the files that I hadn't worked on for probably 2 years in my old computer. I still had it, but I, don't use it very often. And I just thought, this is going to be a huge thing. I don't know where these files are. I don't even know if I still have them. Maybe I'll have to recreate the files. And so I put this huge weight attached to it. In fact, so much so that I didn't do this task for a year, even though I knew it needed to be done. And every 2 years we do Preschool in a Box, and it was time to be done. And so I was just putting it off. Eventually it had to be done. I sat down, opened up that old laptop, found the files, and within 1 day had done everything that I needed to do. Now, did that need to take a year of procrastination? Oh my gosh, no. I had given it so much weight though in my head, the storyline of how I wouldn't be able to find it, and it'd be this huge thing, and it's so overwhelming. It didn't need to be. It took me 1 day. Can you imagine if I had done that a year earlier, this 1 day task? It would have freed up my brain to be able to not be concerned about that task in the future, right? Here's another example. There was another day, in fact, yesterday, that I had this one task I needed to do. But again, I was a bit overwhelmed, and so I put it off until the evening because I just felt like I just had to sit down and have my full brain where I wasn't, interacting with the kids all day, or I wasn't, putting out fires or answering emails or whatever it was. I just needed silence. And I knew that I couldn't have that until the kids went to sleep. And so I waited to do this one task that I thought would take me so much brain power to do. In fact, it took me 3 minutes. That's right. As soon as there was silence and I sat down to do the task, just 3 minutes. So I want you to pay attention to that some of these tasks, you're giving so much weight to them, and it's making you want to put them off. They don't deserve that weight. They don't deserve that power over you. So instead, I want it to just be a task, okay? Don't give it the power. Just have it be a simple task that, quite frankly, you just have to mark check on it, just done. The longer it goes, I think if you watch my other video, the longer that you procrastinate this task, the more anxiety you feel about that task, and the longer it's going to take you to do the task. So don't give it the power, don't give it the weight. As Nike says, just do it. I hope this has served you. We'll see you on the next one. If you loved today's episode, then you are going to love this. I want to give you a free gift in your hands. This is a copy of my book, Start Your Preschool, and I want to get it to you for free. Yes, I said for free. It is a 300-page book. It'll help you learn the step-by-step process to actually starting your local or your online preschool. Every single step that I walked myself through, as well as the thousands of women who've created their own successful preschools, have gone through the exact steps listed in this book. Not to mention, I also share 20 amazing women's stories. So you can see how not only did it work for me, but it works for amazing women just like you as well. I want to get you this free copy. Just go to freepreschoolbook.com or click the link in the description and we'll get it to you today. Again, just go to freepreschoolbook.com and we'll get it right to you.